How to overcome the idea or the anxiety of starting over again. I did a run today, guys and girls. I love my running, as a lot of you know. I really try and encourage people that want to run, not force but encourage, because it's life-changing. It gives you confidence, happiness, gratitude. It helps you in all areas of your life, and it's something that I personally love doing. It's a passion and a hobby. I've even started to incorporate it in my paid mentorship programs and on all the free programs. So when I was on the way to run today, I was thinking about a lot of the challenges that my clients have, that people have, that I've had, and it comes to me about the idea and the anxiety that a lot of us have of starting over again. We've all been through this. If you've been through a breakup, they're really painful. I've been through quite a few. We all go through them at some point in life. And the idea for men and women, for people in general, of starting over again and starting a new relationship can be really stressful and terrifying at times, and really frustrating, and it can get you down because you've put so much effort in to a relationship or to something, and so much time and energy and all the emotions, and all of a sudden it's broken down and you've lost it, and now you're back to square one again. And the idea of someone just saying, you know, get over it and start again, it's not as easy as that. When you're in that perspective, it's almost impossible, because that perspective is very, very negative. So anyway, on another tangent, I remembered when I was younger. I don't know if any of you remember, right? I don't know what your age is, right? And we do not say the word old on this channel, right? I am not 40 years old. I said it once. I'm 40 years young, right? For those of you that are surprised. It's the salmon, the broccoli, and it's all the running that I do, and good cream. But I remember years ago, I loved video games, and Final Fantasy VII was a massive hit when I was younger, my generation. If any of you know about that game, let me know in the box below. And I got that game. And when I got that video game, I just wanted the whole world to leave me alone. I just wanted to be in my room on my computer for as many hours as I wanted, and I wanted to clock that game completely and play it. So I got far into that game and I was enjoying it, and obviously at a certain point, you know, my mum or dad would come and say, it's getting late now. Maybe I had to go to school the next day, or I had to work. I can't remember what the case may be, right? I can't remember my exact age, but I was young. So I played for like 4, 5, 6 hours, and then you save the game on the file and you come back to it the next day. So I think I went out with my friends, and when I come back to my computer, the PlayStation, when I put the PlayStation on, my files had been deleted, and I literally nearly had I thought I was going to have a panic attack, thought my life was over. And I was trying to find the files, thinking, where is the saved files? I put hours and hours in, guys and girls, to get ahead in this game. And then my mum came in and tried to talk to me, and my brother had accidentally deleted all the files, so it was all wiped out. Obviously it wasn't his fault. I've done it to my brother. We've all done it. It was a mistake. And at that point, I had that negative perspective that you might be going through right now in your life. With any area, your career, your life, your anxiety journey, you might feel like you've been putting in so much effort lately and nothing's changing. Your confidence isn't changing, your depression isn't going away, or your diet's not improving, or your finances are not improving. Any area of life. Or maybe you've put a lot of effort in, maybe you built a business, it's taken you 10 years, you're successful, your business has crashed. Or you've had, you know, a mental health challenge, whatever the case may be. Something's happened to you at this moment in your life where you're in a perspective and you're going, I cannot bear the thought of starting over again. You know, why should I start over again? I'm not going to enjoy it. It's going to take too much time. Hear me out. Now, the way that you break out of that perspective, first of all, you've got to want to change, because I can't force you. I can't force this perspective on you. So an example is, if you can find something daily that you enjoy doing, like running, because running is something that is a daily thing. Obviously you can have a couple of days rest, but if I had the perspective that, well, I'm not going to run tomorrow because I ran yesterday and I don't want to start over again, well, you're not going to make progress then. You're going to lose your progress. So if we go by the same assumption, the same belief, that we're never going to look for a relationship again, or never make friendships, or never start a business again, or never start a diet because we got hurt before and we lost something and we're back to square one, then we're going to be miserable then. You're never going to break out of that. So it's actually getting excited, getting inspired, finding the right motivation and purpose to get excited about starting again. So back to the video game. When I realised and calmed down that it wasn't my brother's fault, it was an accident, and I've made loads of mistakes, and there was nothing I could do. I couldn't get back to where I was in the game, it was deleted. But I could start again with a new attitude, with more excitement and experience. Now what you do have is experience. If you go through a mental health breakdown and you want to recover, you've got experience with knowing where things have gone wrong, where you went right, things that are not your fault, because there's things that are not our fault. They're out of our control that can happen in a relationship. Not our fault, but they're our responsibility. They were our responsibility. So this is really great wisdom that all of you have got, we've all got. And it's using that wisdom accordingly to work for you in the right way, to give you that confidence back. Because confidence can be built, it can be lost, it can be maintained. So if you had confidence, I get many messages from men and women saying, I used to be really confident when I was young, I've lost all my self-esteem, I'm not confident anymore. I don't recognise myself, I don't go out much, I don't really socialise with family, with friends, I don't go to the gym, I don't do the things that I used to love and enjoy that I did when I was confident. And that's because you're in this negative perspective, which is anxiety. Anxiety will play on that. It will make you feel bad about times when you were good and now times where you're not feeling good. So you've got to break out of that self-created prison of anxiety, of procrastination, of addiction, of all these negative habits, and you've got to stop judging yourself. You've got to be kind to yourself, you've got to be gentle, but you've also got to be encouraging. So we break out without the pressure. So I've seen it with clients. When there's pressure for them to build a business, they don't enjoy it. When there's pressure to go and spend time with people that they love, they don't want to do it because they feel frightened and stressed out. We're all like that. But when you take that pressure off, through mentorship, through support, through friends, through therapy, through having a great time, through the simple things in life, through videos like this, a mentoring session with me, it starts to help you to change your perspective on starting over again. So we could all start over again. If you had good emotions, you could start a business again. If you had good emotions, you could start that diet again, because you'd feel good about it. So it's all about changing our perspective on starting over again by changing our attitude, setting goals, and understanding the value that you've got right now from your experiences. So people sometimes don't realize the value of a heartbreak, a relationship that sometimes it didn't even go wrong. No one was wrong. You were not compatible. So you were meant to spend the time that you spent. It was beautiful. You can appreciate all the good that you had. That's gratitude. That's maturity. That's wisdom. But you could understand that you were not meant to be, and you've got to move on. It's the same in anything. In a diet, people try to diet. They lose 5 pounds. They lose 40 pounds. Brilliant. But then they get complacent and they put the weight back on. I've done it. And then they beat themselves up and they judge themselves, and then they don't ever want to lose weight again because of the bad experience. But you can do it again. You did it before, you can do it again. You're stronger this time, you're wiser, you can get more support. This time you're going to do better. This time you're going to go further than you did before, because you've got the understanding. A lot of the times we don't have someone to help us to get out of our negative perspective, to get back into our positive perspective. We've got loads of perspectives in our head. We've got loads of negative ones, and we've got loads of awesome, amazing ones, guys and girls, that are super positive, that make you feel good, make you feel encouraged, but it's getting out of that negative perspective. And that's why I say, guys and girls, when you go for a run at your own pace, at your own time, it helps you to break out of anxiety, of bad memories, of your problems, and it puts you into a positive perspective. And from that position and place, you can do a lot of things, pretty much anything you put your mind to. So that's why I like running, and that's why I enjoy mentoring and all the things we're talking about today. So it's unlearning these habits, because we tell ourselves things that are not based on facts. They're based on feelings, emotions, and bad experiences, or what other people have said, and a lack of focus. So how do you know that you can't start over again? Because I did it with Final Fantasy, but I couldn't have done it without the support of my mum, and without, being patient with my brother and forgiving, as obviously as he has been to me so many times. So I got back on the Final Fantasy and I loved every minute. And I eventually, listen to this, guys and girls, if you're losing focus, right? I went further and I loved the game and I clocked it. For those of you that are a lot younger than me, right? We never use old again. Clocked the game in my generation, right? When I was a little bit younger than I am now, that meant you completed the game. And I loved it. So it wasn't the end of the world. But when I was in that short anxiety perspective, oh my goodness, it wasn't over. So it's not over for you. Stop saying it's over. You can start over again. I want to make some of you laugh. I probably won't do it now because I've said it. We start over again every day. We live our today. The day ends, we go to sleep, wake up again. So well, some of us complain about that. Oh, my life's terrible. But in the same way, it's changing our relationship in other areas of how we relate to things and how we talk to ourselves and in our behavior. So your behavior affects your confidence, your anxiety, your ability to enjoy your life and achieve your goals. Because if you tell yourself that you can't go to the gym for whatever reason, and then you act on what you're telling yourself, you're not going to go to the gym, and then you're going to feel worse. And this is what I've described in this video. Well, there's a lot of things. Number one, procrastination. Number two is a lack of confidence. Number three is self-criticism. Number three is not dealing with negative emotions. And number three is not believing in yourself. And not looking at times where you did so many great things amazing. And not listening to positive people, friends, family, mentors, therapists, and ignoring criticism from negative people who say, yeah, it's over. You can't do that again. You can never get a good relationship again, you're too old, or it didn't work out, or you can't lose all that weight. That person that you're following online they're crazy. Where's the criticism? Where's the encouragement coming from? Is that person happy? Are they positive? If the answer is no, then why are you taking advice from them? Do they care about you? Do they want you to succeed? If the answer is no, then why are you taking advice from someone that is not qualified to be given that advice? Or maybe they're going through their own stuff. Ignore it. So it's who you're taking the advice from, what's it doing for you? Are you happy? Are you grateful? And are you making progress? Now, of course, there's a different example. If someone no longer wants to do a certain career because they've outgrown it, then that's obviously fine. That's the same, making the right decision. So it obviously comes down to yourself at some point, making the right decision. But if you are telling yourself that you can't handle trying again because of failure or perceived failure or disappointment, then you want to start to change your perspective. And if some of you again are saying, well, how can I do that, Jonathan, when it's so difficult? It's not as easy as that, and I've tried and I've failed. Well, then you've got to get some help and advice from someone who can help you to change your perspective. If you've tried to do it on your own and it's failed for so long, you have to ask for help. Otherwise, nothing's going to change. If your perspective was working, you wouldn't be where you are right now. And I don't say that of criticism. I say that with honesty and being straight and helping you. And asking for help is such a strength. Asking for help is how you improve. Until you no longer need the help, my mistake, and you can help and support yourself. So talk to other people, get support. So daily habits, cleaning the apartment changes perspective. Getting a journal and journaling things that you are grateful for in your life. Spending quality time with people that you love, your family, your friends, enjoying time on your own. When was the last time you spent time on your own without beating yourself to the ground with criticism and judgment, and you just enjoyed being on the planet? Having a coffee, being present, being relaxed, all these things are all part and part. And they're all on par of what we're saying today. How to enjoy your life, how to have confidence, how to overcome the fear of starting over again. So let me know in the box below if any of you resonate with any of this, and if you've made progress, great. And if you're struggling, that's fine. Stop judging yourself. I'm here to help all of you. Come on the channel to support. And obviously this is something that you work at. It's practice, it's discipline, it's persevering, it's patience, community support, all these things. So over time, your perspective changes. And sometimes, of course, we go through that stage of needing rest because we're tired, we're stressed, we're hurting. But we don't stay there forever. You recover, you heal, you get back. Whatever disappointment, if it's career, relationships, business, personal fitness, your goals, your hobbies, your habits, your education, it doesn't matter the situation or the particular label. It's the response. It's what we're saying today, building the confidence and the mindset, the thought process, the behavioral habits, and so forth. So I want a lot of you to think about that today in a positive way and to start to change your habits slowly but surely. So like I said, 2 ways that I do it that work for me and my clients in no order. Number 1 is therapy, mentorship, which is this, getting the support. Conversation can change your perspective, change your emotions and how you're feeling, which is what we've done today, which is what I've tried to achieve, and I think I've did a really good job. I did the best I can. That's the first one. And the second one is physical fitness, like I said, going to the gym, finding a routine that works for you, and everybody's got exercises that are different, but the principle is the same. So communication, having those relationships helps to build confidence, change perspective, change results. And the second one is physical fitness. So if I can make it simple, you go for a run in the park, makes you feel great, changes the way that you think and feel about a certain perspective in your life that you're struggling with right now. Having a therapy session or a mentoring session with me on Zoom or in person, or with your therapist or with your friend, changes the way that you feel. When you practice these things consistently with the working out, the gym, whether it's weights, swimming, it doesn't matter. It all has the same effect. Running, boxing, martial arts. Those 2 things, practice together, a community, mentorship, relationships and exercising, they do the job. They do it. They help you to build confidence and achieve your goals and to get out of a certain predicament that you're in right now, which is your own mind. It's your own patterns and it's your own habits, and that obviously projects outwardly, externally. Because when you start to change the way that you think, when you change the way that you behave, your life changes, your results change. A simple example for you in this video. I read this a few weeks ago, an example. These are alias names. So let's say you've got Bob and you've got John. Bob and John have both got an anxiety around going to the gym, and their goal is to lose weight. They want to lose weight, they want to get confident, but they're scared. They're worried about what people think. And they've got anxiety around going to the gym, they're self-conscious. Bob and John both want to lose 20 pounds in weight. Now, the difference between the 2 is Bob acts on his negative thoughts, which say you're not good enough, it's going to be embarrassing, it's going to be shameful, don't go to the gym, you're not ready yet, stay at home, continue to eat bad food, watch television. Bob makes a commitment to do that. Nothing changes, he gets worse, he gets depressed. Where John is afraid too, but John decides to challenge his anxiety and say, no, I'm going to go to the gym anyway. Even if I'm anxious, I'm going to do the best I can. John goes to the gym. He's nervous at the start. He's anxious. He's worried about what people think. But he has the courage. He musters up the courage to say, look, I want to join the gym. The people are nice. He joins. He starts going on the running machine. John is making progress because he challenged that negative pattern and he physically went to the gym. 6 months later, John has lost 20 pounds. John is more confident. He's no longer anxious at the gym. He's made friends. He's got community because of that example that I gave. Where unfortunately, Bob, 6 months later, hasn't changed because he's not changed his behavior. He's not gone to the gym yet. He keeps putting it off. They're both human. They have the same fears, they got the same opportunity, but they both behaved differently. And Bob didn't get the help and support that was available. Where John got the community, he has support from personal trainers. There are positive people at the gym. If you reject support, guys and girls, if you listen to your anxieties, if you act on your fears and you behave in a way that's avoidant, you're going to get a result that is negative and it's going to keep you stuck. Where if you take the advice from positive people, experts, and you take your own advice and you slowly start to build that habit, you can change any behavior that you're stuck in. You can gain the confidence that you deserve, and you can achieve your goals in pretty much any area. I've given an example there with the gym, with losing weight, just to outline and explain what I've done for clients, what I've done in my life, what you can do, what many of you have done, and you can apply that to anything in life: career, education, habits, learning languages, speaking, so many things. I hope you enjoyed the video. I had a great time doing this video. Any questions you've got on the things we've spoken about today, achieving confidence, goals, managing anxiety, and even appreciating your life more, enjoying what you do have, box below. I'll answer your questions and we'll go from there. All right, enjoy this video. I look forward to you making more progress. I'll speak to all of you soon. Don't forget to subscribe, join this community. Have a good weekend, have a good day. Awesome.